Whoa!
Why that hideous looking in the morning?
No, honey, but you sure got a grip.
Why are you trying to desert me? Huh?
Because it's morning and it's time to rise and shine.
And that's no excuse. Man spends a night with the lady, he's automatically committed until lunchtime the next day.
Is that a fact? Huh? Where'd you hear about that?
Oh, it's common knowledge, honey. Except for husbands. They get away with murder.
Well, I wasn't going to desert you, honest. I was going to give you a honk from the pickup before I left.
Oh, it's nice to know that chivalry isn't dead.
No, I was going to say, I was lying here in this nice warm bed, and
Yes.
well, and all of a sudden my mind had just started to wander, and
You can tell me, honey.
well, I got to thinking about, well, you know,
What?
the horses.
Max,
Well, somebody's got to feed them.
you can stick your head in a bag of oats. I must be getting old. I knew it. All of my charms are on the wane. I lose one man to hearts, and now the next one to horses.
Nothing wrong with your charms, honey. You just got a lot of bad habits, that's all.
I worked hard for them, believe you me.
I bet you did. Look, you can't be lounging around all day when there's work to be done. Now, come on, get out of bed and come with me. Come on.
Max! No, you go ahead. Come on.
All right.
You neglect me, that's all right. I'll just stay here and languish. I'll waste away to nothing, but that's okay. You just go ahead, honey. You just honk when you leave, okay? Send me a bag of oats just to remember you by. Goodbye, honey.
So long.
Max! Wait! Max! Wait! I was joking.
I know.
Oh,
Wait, listen to me now. Listen to me. Now, you know, filling a feed trough ain't the be-all and end-all of my life. I got people that depend on me all day, every day, like Kate and Elena. Now, what kind of an example am I setting for Elena?
Honey, you're not having a conscious attack, are you?
Rena, I'm serious. In fact, I'm very serious.
Darling,
I've never done this kind of thing before.
that is serious.
Rena, I'm mean with a married woman.
I'm not married. My divorce is final.
Yes, well, the point is, you're not married to me.
Oh.
Texas, starring Beverly McKinsey.
Keep that ham warm now. The others will be trickling down one by one.
Why, who didn't eat?
Oh, near all of them. Courtney and I shook ourselves awake early, but, well, now let me see. There's Ginny and Barrett and Jeb and
It's too
who
bad this
else?
meat is going to be tougher than boot soles before too long.
And Max. Well, now that's nice. Are you fixing him a tray?
No, I am not. He's fending for himself these days, or didn't you know? He doesn't even come home nights anymore.
Max?
Last night, for instance. I tell you something, his spotless reputation is going down the drain, I swear.
Well, now, where do you suppose?
Well, don't ask me, Kate, 'cause I don't know, and I am not his keeper. But I'll tell you, he could use one, just like any other animal.
If Erna Decker, God rest her
Oh,
soul,
Grandma.
could hear the way the two of you carry on.
Grandma, what do you think?
Oh, don't you look lovely? You just look grand, doesn't she?
Grand is the word.
Oh,
I think it needs to be taken in here.
God, I swan diet who's ruining this world. Now, here, let me have a look at you.
You know, it's a little long. Grandma, you couldn't have been taller than me, could you?
What now? It's the fashion. As a matter of fact, I was statuesque in my day. That's why they call me the Duchess. But Courtney, life's a circle. You know, you start springing up from the ground inch by inch, and then before you know it, it starts pulling you back down bit by bit. Oh, but I was a beautiful bride. That's what they told me. And I know it was true. And you will be, too. You will be. Well, now, I'm going to go and get my sewing box and pin up that hem.
Okay.
Now, don't you move.
Okay. You do look nice, Courtney. Thank you.
You know, I'm really excited for you. This should be one of the happiest days of your life.
To say nothing of yours, right?
Well, with you out of circulation.
I'm sure you think that Jeb will probably fall right into your arms.
He may need a little push, but he'll get there.
I wouldn't get my hopes up, Elena. Jeb just doesn't see you that way. He's been trying to teach you a few things, that's all.
Maybe. Thanks to you, I've learned I can turn a teacher into a lover.
Where are you going with that?
I'm bringing Jeb his breakfast.
In bed?
Well, isn't that how you did it? Hey, you're not supposed to be up.
Good morning.
Nothing doing now. No, you're off limits. Turn yourself around and march yourself upstairs. I mean it.
Elena, it's early to be playing games.
No. Now, nothing doing. There's secret goings-on in the kitchen. No men allowed. They're making wedding plans.
Oh, just cover my eyes, all right? I just want to get some coffee, that's
Well, what do you think this is? What do you think I'm bringing you?
Oh. Thank you. Why are you being so nice to me? Where do I rate for, room service?
Well, I figured, and you know it's true, that you have been gallivanting around a little bit too much for a man who was just operated on. So I figured I'd bring you breakfast in bed and feed you.
Huh. Excuse me, huh?
Well, hey, wait. It's no trouble, Jeb.
Oh, you never know. You know, I could surprise you.
We could practice our new song. Look, you don't have to worry, Jeb. Courtney and Kate are going to be in that kitchen all morning, and they wouldn't come looking for us.
Elena, there are other ways to get in trouble without getting caught. Let's just forget it, okay?
No. And look, you're always so busy worrying about me that you don't even let me worry about you. You've been good to me, and I want to have the chance to be good to you, too, if you just let me.
Not that way.
Other girls do.
Other girls do. I thought you wanted to be special, huh? I thought you want to be somebody.
I do. To you.
It's going to take more than that.
Well, wait, you can't go in there. Courtney's in her wedding gown, and you're not supposed to see her.
I'm not the groom.
They used to blame sunspots for all sorts of unaccountable things. Madness, plagues, disasters, warts. Even love gone wrong.
Maybe that's why this has been such a year.
No, my love. Ever since time began, folks have tried to point out some celestial scapegoat or another. I guess it's simple all around to look up and out than down inside ourselves or the ones we love.
Well, I'm going to be late. I better get going to the station.
Now take you, Vicky. You are a mystery to me.
Me? Why?
Oh, all these years I've never really known you. Well, maybe now. But I'm content to let that be.
I wonder if either one of us can forget.
That you were in love with another man? Oh, I guess maybe not. We're here to learn, Vicky, to forgive. Not necessarily to forget.
I think forgiving is easier than feeling forgiven.
You're right there. I got the lighter load. Oh, look, do you have to go in today? Can't you let the rank and file mind the store today?
Now, Stryker, we don't want the board to think I'm shirking.
Vicky.
I know. But, Stryker, I'm beginning to wonder if this is really going to work at all. If you and I...
Why should we stay apart and punish ourselves just 'cause it wasn't all perfect before? No, not now. Not when we're so close to being the family that we first set out to be.
I know, I want that too, Stryker, but maybe it's too late.
How could it be? Just 'cause a dream takes 20 years to happen doesn't mean it's any less of a marvel, does it?
Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Sunspots.
Why don't I stay home today? I love you, Stryker.
Rena!
Okay. Hold your horses, you hear? Oops, I didn't mean that. I don't know if I meant something. Honey, I just had the most wonderful idea. Oh, horsepower. That's what I meant. Honey, I had the most wonderful idea. I want you to drink some of this coffee, huh?
You know, when you get up, you get up.
Now, Vicky and Stryker are coming over for dinner. Sugar? And we might as well make a little party out of it since you're coming over. So why don't we invite Elena, huh? She could invite her boyfriend. Show her how civilized we are.
Elena wouldn't go to a hanging with me unless it was mine.
You want sugar in your coffee?
Darling?
You want cream in your coffee?
What? No.
Well, it's no wonder, honey. That's okay. I'll make it my mission. I'll talk to her. But after that, I've got to get into town and start fixings for dinner. Sugar?
Yes, darling?
Sugar in your coffee?
What?
Max, you're not listening to a word I'm saying.
That's because you're talking too much.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Just okay?
Okay,
I mean,
so
just
the kiss
okay?
is okay.
Max?
I know. Yes, I do. Max. I think Oh.
I know.
I think
I know. I think me too. Oh.
I wore this dress the day my daddy, your great-grandfather Kilgore, drove me to the church for my wedding in our old motor car. You know, he put a quilt over me from head to toe so it wouldn't get dusty. By the time we got there, that old car made so much noise, I could hardly hear what the preacher was saying.
I thought you already had your breakfast.
Courtney!
Me?
We don't inventory the biscuits, Jeb. You go ahead and eat all you want.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I wasn't hungry, but I am now.
Well, what do you think?
What do I think? I think she ought to give the dress back to you. Get married in a surgical gown.
Funny.
Right there in the scrub room. I think the ring ought to be made out of surgical steel, so it won't break. Can't take it off, even if it hurts, and it's gonna hurt.
Is there something you two should be saying to each other?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Grandma, where's... Wow!
Where's what, Steve?
Courtney, you look beautiful.
Well, you just wait until you see her at her wedding on New Year's Day.
You really getting married?
Of course I'm getting married.
Oh.
That's just what I said.
Grandma, are we finished here?
Court,
Yes, Steve.
how come you don't look happy?
I do look happy, Grandma.
Now, what was it you wanted to say, Steve?
Where's Mom and Dad? Did I hurt Courtney's feelings?
Well, no, not a bit. No, I haven't seen your parents. They must still be in bed.
Well, after 5 years,
Jab.
Sorry.
Does anyone know where... I'm sorry. Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, quite, you look great. Thank you.
Has anyone seen Barrett?
Daddy's awake?
Well, I don't know, honey.
But if he's not in your room.
Barrett slept somewhere else last night.
Still remember.
Okay. See if Elena's up and helping Kate, and I have got to go. Darling, promise me you'll come into town early. I don't want us to be apart for too long.
Well, don't be where I can't reach you. So long. See you later. Hey, morning, Barry.
Morning.
Hey, you riding out to take a look at the place? Huh?
Thought I might.
Well, hasn't changed much. Place will be as glad to see you as you are it. Me included.
You got you a lady friend, huh?
What, me? I don't know. Maybe. I guess so.
Figured I'd come home and find you married.
Yeah.
3 or 4 squalling kids.
Couldn't find a woman crazy enough to marry me.
All this time?
Well, there was this one, but, well, didn't work out. Say, where's Jenny?
Am I doing this right?
What?
This, did I do it right?
You don't have to ask me. Barry, you tacked a horse every single day of your life.
Not every day.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me look here. Hey, cinch is just a little loose, that's all. I don't know better than that, Barry.
Cinch.
Oh, what is this? Look at this here. You know, Lena comes here, she lounges all over the place. She doesn't put anything away.
That's mine, that blanket.
Well, you resting?
Jenny's probably in the house if you're looking for her.
You slept here?
I don't know, the bed is broken or something.
Oh, well, I'll have a look at it then.
No, it's not. It's fine. It's too soft. So,
Barrett?
tell me about you and Rena.
Here you are.
Well, yeah, I better get that feed outside before I have a stampede on my hands. Excuse me.
Morning.
Can we talk about last night?
Sure. You can talk. I was just gonna ride out, take a look around. Don't look like that, Jimmy. It's okay.
He's really worried.
I'm all right.
Barrett. Was it me?
No. No. I had to sleep, that's all.
I know. You need that. And you're not well. Your head wound.
I'm well. I'm just tired. The bed felt like I was falling, or about to fall.
I guess you're used to sleeping on the ground.
Yeah. I'm dreaming of holding you in that same bed. It's funny. It's all reversed. Now when I dream, I'm there. Makes it hard to know where you wake up. I didn't mean that. I'm not crazy, Jenny. If that's what you're thinking.
No. I was thinking how strong you are.
I'm just a little stunned. I love you. And Steve, the family, this place. You know, when I was a kid, I was younger than Steve, I had this secret conviction that people were birds.
What?
Really. That when you looked away and turned your back, it could change into something else, fly off. I used to sneak around the corners of rooms and watch Grandma Kate, you know, to make sure. Kept an eye out for feathers.
What made you think of that now?
Nothing, I don't know. I'm just happy. Haven't you ever felt that the whole thing was done with mirrors, all of it? That when you reached for it, everything might collapse or disappear.
Yes. I've seen it go.
I know. Must have been hard for you, too. You're waiting. You're waiting still. I'm not what you expected.
We're both different people than we were 5 years ago, Barry. That can't be helped.
I'm patient. I'm very patient. Lord, I'm patient. I can wait 4 or 5 days for a bowl of rice. Sorry, honey.
You know, you really amaze me. You make me feel so selfish.
That's all wrong. I want you to feel loved. Stay. Come ride with me. I don't want you where I can't reach you. Tonight, Jenny. I'll be with you tonight.
Ah, the pickup's back. I see Kate talking to Max, but I don't see Barrett. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, well, I hope my sister didn't drive him away for good.
Oh, that's not fair.
No, I mean told him about Connor.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't think she'd tell him yet, do you? It's too soon. He needs time.
No, I know. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but if I was him, I'd want to know. If I was him, I think I'd be pretty damn mad.
Look, all Ginny did was fall in love. You can't blame her for that. Love doesn't work first come, first serve. It just happens.
Yeah. No, I'm not blaming her. I just think that he ought to know.
Did you ever stop to realize that you have such impossibly high standards that no one can live up to them, not even yourself?
Where did that come from?
I've been meaning to say that for some time. Maybe that's why you keep driving yourself into the ground.
Do you care?
You're changing the subject.
The subject is me.
Then I'll change the subject. Let's not argue, okay? All I set out to say was, I don't envy your sister, and I wouldn't want to be in her shoes.
But you are in her shoes. You've got two guys. One young guy and one old guy. And you're taking the old guy because he came along first. He happened to see you first. Why don't you take your own advice, Courtney? Don't blame yourself for falling in love too late.
What makes you think I love you?
You? Your eyes? Your mouth? The way you look at me? Your body?
Jeff, don't.
Don't what? Don't look at you? Don't love you? Look, it's the first time that I've known what I wanted. I like that feeling.
Kevin's what's best for me. He understands me. He loves me. And I love him. I care very much about you, Jeb. But I have nothing to give you. We can still be friends.
Friends? You know better than that. Look, it doesn't matter who you marry. It's not going to change, you know? Because when you hand that wedding dress down to your grandchild, you're going to think of me. And you're going to think of this.
Jeb, don't! Leave me alone.
What's the matter? You afraid I might change your mind?
Stop it!
My, what have we here? I knew this is a dry run of married life to Kevin. You better learn
Rena,
how to
what
hit
are
harder.
you doing here?
Jeb, isn't it? Now, aren't you Dr. Marshall's patient?
Once upon a time.
Graduated,
This is none of your business.
I'm just impressed by your dedication, darling. I mean, ministering to the sick in your bridal gown. That's Nobel Prize stuff.
You once. What are you doing here?
Don't bust a gusset, girl. I'm only looking for Helena Decker.
Do you see her here?
Well, I'll go find her because I think that the doctor here is through with me.
Gee whiz, honey, I'm sorry if I narrowed your horizons. You are still a single woman, aren't
Only
you?
until New Year's Day.
Oh, so soon. My invitation must be late.
You've got to be kidding.
What's wrong? Afraid to have the groom's ex at your wedding?
Not at all. Come right ahead, Rena. You come to the wedding because Kevin and I are going to be married, and there is nothing that you or Jeb or anyone else can do about it.
That sounds like a dare.
Rena, you were looking for me?
Sure was, honey. How would you like to spice up your New Year's Eve by coming to my house for dinner?
I would love to. Thanks.
There's a little hitch in the plan, though.
Uh-oh.
Max Decker is coming.
I just changed my
No,
mind.
wait. There's a silver line in there. What if I talk to him? Tell him to get off your back. Hmm? Come on. That big brother of yours is just a little softy.
No, it's more like he's a big...
Yeah, he's that, too. Come on. Why don't you bring a boyfriend, hmm? Pretty little girl like you, I bet you have one, huh? Then you can avoid Max all night and you have somebody you really like you can talk to.
Maybe Jeb would come.
Ginny's brother? That Jeb? Mm-hmm. Ooh. I hate to tell you, honey, but I just saw Courtney Marshall make a move on him.
Well, what else is new? She goes after every man in sight, whether she wants him or not.
You see eye to eye in that one.
I will just be glad when she is finally married.
That's where we part ways, honey. See, man stealing is a serious offense. It just hurts my sense of principles to see her get away with it, you know? No, if I can throw a monkey wrench into the works, believe you me, I would. You'd hear those wedding bells clank to a halt.
Do you mean that you want to go back this time to cook?
Helena, bite that tongue of yours, honey. No way. It's just the principle of it.
Oh. Well, principles don't matter to me. I want results.
That's the spirit.
Well, maybe this New Year, Jeb and I will have a fighting chance.
Maybe this New Year's Eve.
I will go ask him.
And don't apologize. Courtney told me that you were working. There's always next Christmas.
Yes. You think she understood?
Well, to be honest, I think she was disappointed. But then a doctor's wife has to get used to the unexpected, doesn't she? But I will say this. It's a good thing you were able to make the wedding rehearsal tonight. You know, Courtney is often given to tantrums. But then I reckon you know that already.
Who, me?
That's what I figured. She's upstairs changing her clothes. I'll call her.
Now, come on, let's try it for real.
All right.
Okay,
Now.
all right. Now, now, back and then lean into it and snap, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But now tense up your wrist.
All right.
Watch your thumb.
All right, now I got it,
All
I
right.
got it. Okay.
Okay, now
Now watch,
Now
watch.
go. All right. Yeah. Huh? Yeah! Oh, bravo! Come on now, reel it in. You got a big one.
No, you do this. This part's boring.
Well, I guess if you have something on the other end, I guess it adds a little interest. We make a good team, though, you know. You catching them and me reeling them in. Hey, listen, how about next week after New Year's? Couldn't you take a week off?
Oh, Stryker, a fishing trip in January? Please, can't it wait until spring?
Well, I guess you got a point
Yes.
there. Yeah, but you can practice this in the office, you know.
Oh, sure. Sure I can.
You can collar passers-by from behind your desk. You know, we're even going to have time to make our own lures.
Oh, goody.
You know, I'm getting so countrified again. I guess it's all those weeks I spent out at the cabin, letting life pass me by and being as happy as a clam about it. Rena was out there, too, you know. She and her Max Decker. I am kind of hoping that we found ourselves a new son-in-law.
Stryker, I like Max too, but do you really think we should wish Rena on him?
Oh, now. Rena is just dying to make some man a good wife. She just hasn't found him yet. I just wish that Max wasn't just a foreman. I wish he had some money of his own and a spread.
Stryker, remember Kevin.
Now, that was different. The money I gave Kevin had strings attached.
All money has strings attached, and Rena knows how to pull them. Stryker, you saw what it did to that marriage.
Hello, Rena. Long time no see.
Did you miss me terribly?
How was your Christmas?
Well, darling, I didn't miss you either, not for a second.
How are you feeling?
Haven't we had this conversation before?
What conversation?
I'm just fine.
So am I.
As long as you got your health, right, Doc?
What are you doing here, Rena?
Just visited. What are you doing, Kevin?
There's a wedding rehearsal tonight.
Oh, really? Maybe I should stick around.
How was your Christmas, Rena?
You're good, honey. You're the best. Don't worry, I won't stick around for this misalliance. I wouldn't stick around for the rehearsal or the performance. Anyway, I wasn't invited, was I?
No. You're welcome to come to the wedding if you're over that bout of jealousy.
Jealousy? Is that what you think broke up our marriage? You know, honey, it's a little known fact, but the major cause for divorce in this country is marriage, especially when you throw in a little dash of infidelity. Which means...
We were a lost cause
Which
long
means that
before
you're
that,
cruising
Rena.
for another bruising, darling. I'd jump ship now if I were you.
Thanks for the advice. But I'll take my chances.
You know, I should really shut my mouth about this. It's enough for me to know that you'll be paid in kind for what you did to me, that you'll feel it 100 times more.
You haven't learned a thing, have you?
Such an innocent soul. Not even married yet, and she's already slipping around the corner on you. You ask her about Jeb. You ask her about what I saw in that kitchen a minute ago. Sweet little things. Well, when you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas.
You can't lose, can you? Even when there's nothing at stake. You've just got to be one up.
No, honey. I just feel sorry for you. I can see it in your face that you know it's true. How was your Christmas? Young man, what you need is a party.
Yeah, Elena told me about it. Thanks for the invitation.
Coming, aren't you?
I don't see why not. There's a lot of stale wedding plans going on around. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
I know what you mean. Those vows of undying love irk me too.
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to. Poor Courtney, she's just wasting her life away, honey. And you and I are the only ones that seem to know it. Isn't that right?
Well, she figures it's her life.
Oh, for a while. You know, I don't even know why I bother. She stole my husband away from me in one of her famous night moves, so she deserves everything she gets. Still, marriage to Kevin is cruel and unusual punishment.
You survived.
By the skin of my bare teeth, honey. I don't even know why he thinks he needs a wife. I think he should just hire himself some good housekeeper and a sparring partner. That way he could devote all of his time to fold-outs of internal organs, so he'd be in seventh heaven.
Well, yeah, Courtney feels the same way, too. I mean, she talks a lot about career, you know, and future and all this.
Sure, well, that's Kevin's doing.
Yeah?
Heaven protect us from career people. You know, they just wring themselves dry, and then they start working on us, the innocent bystanders, you know, just between you and me, Jeb. All that girl knows about living wouldn't even fill a child's aspirin bottle. You can just forget all that patter about dedication. The ink is still wet on her MD, honey, and the ideals, well, you know, that may be fine for now, but what about when she wants a family and she wants a home and perish the thought of love. Well, she'll see. Home life, you see, isn't Kevin's forte.
I'm pretty down on the guy.
Let me put it this way. As a husband, he's a terrific surgeon. But he's got his good points, of course. Point, he's stubborn.
How's that a good point?
Well, wait a minute, I'm trying.
Okay.
His stubbornness gets him what he wants, okay? And that's how he got Courtney. He just backed her up into a corner, right?
If you ask me, I think she backed herself into the corner.
She played right into his hands. I'll grant you that. All that talk about how their little love affair was spiritual and high-minded and how I'll wait for you forever show, you know?
Yeah, well, the worst thing of it is that she's almost got herself convinced.
Sure. She probably even believes it. But you know what? I blame Kevin. He knew better. All he wanted, just between you and me, to be perfectly blunt, is a little roll in the hay and a divorce from me. Well, poor Courtney, it's such a waste. But I guess it's too late, you know, to change any of that.
Yeah, too late. Why do you think that?
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.
Oh, that feels good.
Yes, it does.
Say, how about a kiss?
You get all of them.
Excuse us.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
I live here.
Hey, how you feeling, Jed?
Oh, I'm fine, fine. Couldn't be better.
Good.
Now, the only sick part of him is his mind.
That's for sure. Have a nice wedding rehearsal, huh?
Will you be there?
No, I can't make it. Matter of fact, I got another invitation. New Year's Eve dinner over at your ex-wife's house. Yeah, Rena invited me and Elena to join her and Max.
I see.
Yeah. Looks like there's gonna be a regular game of musical partners on for the new year. Yeah. So long.
See ya. Hey, Courtney, why do you let him get under your skin like that?
Him? He doesn't bother me.
You sure?
Yes. I'm just nervous, that's all. It's prenuptial butterflies, I guess. I mean, you have no idea how much preparation there goes into having a wedding put together. You know, Kate and I have been working for days. The food, the dress, you've no idea how it takes.
Are you ready? I don't mean the dress and the food, Courtney. I mean you. Are you ready for marriage? And no
Me?
doubts? Yeah, no doubts.
I can't believe you'd ask me that, Kevin.
No, it's just a feeling. Well, it's more than a feeling, actually. I saw Rena a while ago. She suggested I ask you about Jed.
Rena! Oh, Rena. All she wants to do is cause trouble. You shouldn't listen to her.
You're probably right, Courtney, but in any case, what about Jed?
Nothing about Jeb. My gosh, Kevin, you're getting as mixed up as Jeb is. And I'm tired of this. He was my patient, that's all, and he's grateful to me. Only he's a little confused about how to show his gratitude. Now, it gets a little embarrassing, but it's nothing.
I'm sorry, I guess I had butterflies, too. It's just that I want you so much. And I'm so close to having you.
I would never hurt you, Kevin. You know that.
Yes. I know.
Well, listen. I'm gonna go get Grandma, okay? We don't want to be late for the rehearsal.
Texas, starring Beverly McKinsey.
It's the middle one here. Sam, you got a minute?
Actually, I'm in the middle of a very important...
Well, good, because I got a problem I think you can help me with.
All right. Okay, that's what I'm here for. What's up, Star? What's your problem?
Well, it seems that the last time I was the top of the World Club, I foolishly bought a ticket to their New Year's Eve party.
Why foolishly? Too expensive? If you're looking for a raise, you've come to the wrong department.
Well, it seems that, Sam, I didn't read the fine print. It says right here for couples only. Oh, I don't look like a couple, do I?
Well, then I guess you do, don't you? I'll tell you what. Why don't you take Rena? You two aren't just a couple. You're an item.
Oh, come on, Sam.
Oh, well, I guess I just couldn't help you out then, huh, sport?
I thought we straightened out our difficulties a long time ago.
Maybe you did, but I didn't have any.
Am I dreaming? Hadn't you forgiven me at the Christmas office party?
You thought wrong. I must have been full of holiday cheer, and I was certainly glad that your brother was back with you. But I never meant to suggest that anything else was fixed between us. I never meant to suggest that our personal difficulties were cleared up.
Oh, Sam, it's still the season to be jolly. I'll pick you up at 9.
No way.
8:30 then.
No, Justin, no.
Did I really hear you say no?
Unequivocally no.
Please, Sam.
Justin, try to retain some dignity.
Come on, Sam. Come on with me. You'll have a good time.
Justin, I am not going with you, and you cannot order me to go.
Order you? I'm not ordering you.
Maybe if your little scheme with Rena had paid off and you did become the boss at KVIK, you could order me to go. On second thought, if you had gotten rid of Vicky, I would have walked out too. I don't need a job badly enough to work for you and Rena. But since your little plot fell flat, consider yourself lucky to even be in my office.
Sam? Right.
Well, I hope Ginny knows that this pot roast has to stay on for another hour.
Grandma, Jenny's a great cook. She can fix one dinner by herself, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course, you're right. Well, I guess I'm ready to go.
Good.
But
what, Grandma? Can it wait? Reverend Stovall's expecting us at church. We're going to be late.
now he can wait for a minute if he has to. This is important, Courtney, or I wouldn't say it. I just want to ask.
Ask me what?
I just want to ask you if you're sure you're doing the right thing.
If you mean marrying Kevin, I can't believe you'd ask me that right now. Of course I'm sure.
Well, then, good.
Why would you even ask me that?
Because I can see. Because I'm no fool, Courtney. And I can sense there's a strong current running between you and Ginny's brother.
That's ridiculous.
Well, if it is, it is.
You never give up, do you? I bet you just love to see me back out of this whole thing right now. Then you could say, I told you so.
That's not my point, Courtney. But if you're going through with this marriage with Dr. Kevin Cook, simply to teach your grandmother a lesson in stubbornness, then yes, I would like to see you back out of it.
Being old is no excuse for being insulting, you know.
Being old isn't a choice, Courtney. It's a condition. And I would never, ever want to insult you. It's not important to me to be in the right just for the sake of it.
Grandma, I'm sorry I said that to you.
The only thing that counts is that you wind up happy.
I know. And I will be happy. Kevin and I will be very happy. We love each other.
Well, then I guess we are ready to go to this wedding rehearsal. But now remember, Courtney, what your grandfather used to say. It's never too late to stop a thief or a wedding.
Oh, Grandma, please. Kevin is waiting for us. We don't want to be late, okay?
Yeah.
Let's just go now.
I don't care. Just fix it. Well?
The girl is gonna think that you don't trust her judgment.
Oh, nonsense. You'll just think I'm back to normal, not being able to keep my nose out of the business for one day.
Well, I guess you're right. I'll go find her. Miss, could I have this dance?
Hello, darling. Wanted to see how everything was going?
Well, look at you. You're all dressed up.
Yes, well, actually, we're going to Rena's for dinner. And I couldn't help stopping by to see if everything was running smoothly.
Oh, it's fine, but you're going to Rena's for dinner? That's miraculous.
It's my impossible dream come true. If you dream long enough, your number's bound to come up.
Well, it's all Rena's doing, really. You know, her change of heart, she's like a different person since she backed off from trying to have me removed from the presidency of KVIK.
And trying to make Justin president. Boy, what a stupid idea that was.
Well, now, you know, I think Rena was on her own coming around to that point of view. Well, you know, I give her credit for having better sense than she sometimes shows. Of course, we got to be fair to Justin, too. He's partially responsible for her change of mind.
He is?
Well, you don't know, I guess. He didn't buy Rena's plan at all. He just told her to stop trying to run his life.
He did that?
He sure did. You know, the one thing you can't take away from Justin is he is as independent as they come. Apparently, they had a quarrel. A quarrel like they used to have in the old days.
That's what they quarreled about?
Yeah, the fact is, Justin deserves a lot of credit for turning Rena around, making her see things the way they really are.
Yes, of course.
Well, I don't want to rehash past history. I'm just happy there isn't any more bitterness.
Well, you're happy, and I am famished. Now, are you satisfied that KVIK can manage to stay on the air if we go off to dinner?
Yes, I am.
All right. And you're not going to work all night and miss all the fun, are you? Vicky, you tell her that she's got to take off the witching hour anyway.
There was a party I was invited to.
Good. You go and have a wonderful time, darling.
Oh, Aunt Vicky.
God bless.
Thank you. Uncle
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Thank you, Sam.
See you next year.
Yes.
Right. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mama.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Have fun now.
Yeah, you too.
You know, this is the first time that home has really seemed like home to me since I've been back. I just love being here, Bear. Smell of horses, hay, and all.
You don't get out to visit much?
Oh, no, not much. You know me. I'm the old city egg that the stork brought to the country by mistake. But this is special.
Oh, Barry. I just want to keep hugging you to make sure you're really real.
Paige, can't you stay a little longer? No, I really can't. I've got a big club to manage and a big New Year's Eve party to prepare for, and if I'm not there, it just won't get done.
The club seems mighty important to you.
Well, it's a living. I kind of like it.
I remember you different. You weren't a businesswoman.
Amen. But reality has made me into one.
Really? There's no more dreams of being a movie star.
Dreams, Barry? Oh, sure.
I remember. I was shipping out from a second tour, and you were heading out to Hollywood.
You remember that? It's the same week, wasn't it?
I think it was the day after Barrett left.
I almost made it, Barry. I guess I did make it with my singing, if you count working every night making it.
That counts. Remember those first letters you wrote me about how hard it was to break out of the pack of girls all on their way to being stars.
Yeah. Almost had it beat. There was a movie, did I tell you that? Yeah, I was very close to the producer. Oh, what a property he had. Perfect role for me, just perfect.
The tough heroine.
Yes, exactly. But then the funding collapsed when Daddy died.
Yeah.
So it was goodbye stardom, goodbye dream. Hello, Houston.
Did you have to give it up, Paige?
Well, postpone it at any rate.
Sometimes it's maybe a bad idea to postpone a dream if you have any say about it. This place, Ginny, Steve, the home. I sure didn't like postponing my dreams.
Forget that. You're back now. Everything will be good, I promise.
I can just remember how to be a husband or father again.
Oh, darling. No, you're great at everything you do. You always were.
Yeah, sure. Except at filling my own damn shoes.
It's not your fault that things are different, Barrett. Can't blame yourself. There's something you should know, Barrett.
Yeah, I do know. My wife loves me. She'll be patient. Kind, like she always was. Don't worry about us, Paige. I have faith in Ginny. I believe the two of us can find my way back.
Of course, everything is going to be fine. I won't worry if you don't, okay?
Deal. You come back soon, okay?
Every chance I get. Now you take care of yourself. You hear? Bye-bye. Bye.
Safe trip home.
If you're gonna pick me up at 8:30, don't you think you better knock off?
I must have missed something.
No, I'm the one who missed something. Justin, why didn't you tell me what really happened?
All right. What was I supposed to tell you?
You know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry for the way I talked to you. You should have told me that you were the one who said no to Rena's little plot. I feel like a fool the way I treated you.
Sam, why didn't you ask me about it instead of assuming the worst about me?
Yeah, you're right. I guess I just get that way sometimes. Trust isn't one of my strong points. And this racket is the easiest path to early retirement. I've been let down too much.
I know what you mean.
Maybe that's why I'm not a couple.
Well, maybe that's the reason why neither of us is.
Do you think that they'd let two paid-up singles in?
It's worth a try. And if we be real nice to each other,
Yeah.
they'll never know the difference.
Okay, it's just that, I have to admit, I've never done this before.
Then what?
Never fell in love. You know, all I know about proposing is what I see in the movies. What do? They get down on one knee and they promise the moon and the stars? Well, that just ain't my style.
What do you mean? You...
I mean that it's time. Jenny, I can't promise you the moon, and I guess I can't give you the stars, but if I could, I'd string them around you like pearls. And we live on the moon, and we watch the Earth rise and set. How about that? But instead, all I can promise is that moonlight or starlight, sunshine or dark, I'm gonna be with you. And I'm gonna love you as long as I live. And I'm gonna be such a good father to little Steve. So whatever I have or am is gonna be yours. And I know it's not much, but if it's enough, will you marry me?
Enough. It's more than I ever dreamed of, Ryan. I mean, you made me come alive again. You created a whole life for me. All I want to do is love you. And yes, I'll marry you. Surprised me.
Surprised myself, too.
How's supper coming?
It's almost ready. Smell good?
You're always a good cook.
Well, it's nice to have you to cook for.
I'm glad you feel that way. Since I don't seem to be able to do anything but eat and sleep.
Barrett.
I'll go wash up.
Are you ready to come in for a landing, sir?
I'm ready to eat dinner. Where's everybody?
Well, let's see. Half of them went to Courtney's wedding rehearsal, and the other half went to town for dinner.
Why didn't we go to town for dinner?
Because you have me to cook for you. So we have to eat early, get a good night's rest, go to bed early, because we've got a big day tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Mom?
Just go check out the pie for me.
Mom? What, honey? Is Mr. Connor coming to the wedding?
No, no, Mr. Connor won't be out here for a while. He's busy.
You don't want Mr. Connor to find... You don't want Daddy to find out about Mr. Connor?
Well, I think that that's good for right now. And then later, I'll tell your father all about Mr. Connor when he's feeling stronger.
Oh, but he is very strong. He lifted me up over his head.
I mean a different kind of strength. Steve, do you understand?
No.
You will. But right now, it's very important that you and I help your father, okay? We want him to be as strong as he was before he went to war.
Okay. I'll try, Mom.
I'll try, too. He needs us, okay?
Okay.
Want to help me with dinner? Come on. Just take this to the table. Be careful, don't drop it, okay? Thank you. Let's see, I need this. Okay.
Hey, Dad, we gotta say grace first.
Why don't you say grace for us, honey?
No, I'm just a little kid. How come? Why don't you say Daddy?
Father in heaven, we thank you for this food, this place. We ask that you spread a place for those who know nothing but hunger and fear. Please, Lord, send thy mercy into dark places. Bring thy sons and daughters who are suffering to the light.
Hey, come on, listen, please be careful, you guys. The last thing I need is a lawsuit, all right?
Hey, what are these for?
Oh, no, you don't. You get out of here, honey. You used up all your second chances, Junior. No more.
Hey, come on. Give me a chance. You don't even let me get a word in.
How do you even get the nerve to come up here, honey?
I've been calling you, but you're never in.
Didn't anybody tell you, sweetheart, it was Christmas? Now get out of here.
Come on, man. Wait a minute. I know you ain't been crazy about me. I know you never were, but I'm a good worker. You said so yourself, and I really need a job.
Job? Aren't you supposed to be in jail?
Give me a chance, will you? I'm innocent. I've been bailed. I'm reformed. I swear it. I'm a reformed
Call
man.
that in to believe it or not, sweetheart. Now, when you finish over here, Tim, I want you to start on the bar.
Just wanted to wish a Happy New Year back at you.
You get out of here before I call the cops to take you away, all right?
I'm going.
All right, you just make it quick.
I just want to say goodbye to some friends in the
Yeah,
kitchen first.
yeah. Fast, all right? Double brandy. Well, I see you're starting your celebration a little early.
No, I'm just killing time.
Oh, Ryan. My problem was killing too much time at the ranch. I swear nobody lifted a finger to get this party started. If I didn't come in today, there wouldn't be a party tonight at all.
How was Christmas at the ranch, huh?
With Barry home?
Mm-hmm.
Very special, thank you. Oh, he doesn't know anything about you and Ginny, if that's what you're asking. She asked us all to keep quiet so she could pick her own time when to discuss it with him.
Was she all right?
She was, nervous. Ill at ease. All the symptoms of a guilty conscience. Why, what did you expect?
Wait a minute now. You don't hold her to blame, do you? I mean, she was doing her duty. She was ready to go on living half a life indefinitely. Now, I was the one who convinced her to accept Barrett's absence as proof of his death. Now, you do understand that, don't you, Paige?
He's not dead, Ryan. And I'll thank you to leave my brother alone. Don't you dare cause him any more pain, Ryan. He suffered enough.
I'm aware of that.
Yes, and you just remember it, all right? Barrett Marshall is the only man I know of who's everything he ought to be. And he deserves some peace and happiness. He deserves to have his own life back. Although I hate to see him being made a fool of. Not to know what his little Ginny is
Paige,
doing.
I really think you ought to stay out
worry.
of this.
I didn't tell. I wanted to, though. Actually, I almost did. I could see that it would break his heart. So even hard-hearted Paige is asking you to stay away, Ryan. Because if you stay away, you'll never have to know.
I still have to find out what happened in that prison camp. What Carrington did. No. No, I can't stay away.
It's okay. Thank you, Beth.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Hey, thank you, Beth. Well, Kevin doesn't have to worry about this one.
Mr. Bellman, would you tell Dr. Cook for me? Tell him good luck and wish him happiness.
I sure will, Beth. He's gonna appreciate that. Thank you.
Did you say something like you weren't supposed to be drinking?
I never said anything of the kind. This new heart of mine can stand one or two of these. If it can't, I'm ready to move on. Oh, you know, Kevin is not only a fine heart surgeon. Well, you know, Jeb and me can both attest to that.
Yes, sir.
But in addition, he's a fine man. He's a fine doctor and a fine man. I do wish him all the happiness he can handle in this new life of his, new marriage. I just hope this time he's picked the right woman. Well, you know as well as I do that he was not the right man for Rena. They may both have been peculiar, but they were sure peculiar in altogether different ways.
Yeah, and I thought opposites were supposed to attract.
Well, I reckon they are, but it's afterwards that the difficulties arise. No, you know, Rena was always a life lover.
Amen.
But Kevin, on the other hand, I guess you'd have to say he's in love with the idea of life. He never drank anything to speak of. Wouldn't go to a party, wouldn't go out anyway. If somebody happened to drag him out, he'd always have to be home by 10 o'clock. I guess you'd have to call it his dedication. Well, I don't mean to criticize that, don't mistake me.
No.
But I always thought of Kevin as having been born at the age of 40, going on weary. Whereas Rena, oh, that gal, she needs somebody younger, somebody more full of life, you know, somebody willing to raise a family.
Kevin didn't want any kids?
Oh, Lord, no. No, they take too much time away from his work. Sure.
I'm gonna go see what the girls are doing.
Oh, fine.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, well, it's nice of you to join us. You have not said more than 10 words to me this entire evening.
I'm sorry. I was over there talking to the boys. Listen, Rena doesn't mind. We hate to eat and run, but we gotta go.
Oh, you don't have to go so early, do you?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things that I gotta do back there at the ranch. Elena, why don't you go get our coats?
Okay. Excuse me.
Your father's talking Max's ear off. I better go rescue him.
Jeb, we haven't had a chance to talk about our our little deal together.
Well, if you're talking about breaking up the wedding, there's nothing to discuss.
Oh, from what she said, I thought that I could count on you.
Look, Rena, I like you. I think you're okay, but kitchen plans, that's not my style.
Listen, Jeb, if money would make a difference, I'm more than willing
Money
to
is
put
less
in
of my style.
We want the same thing, so what is your style?
I don't know. I can tell you what isn't or what isn't my style. Much easier. Impulsive. That's what is.
Impulse made me a loser more than once. That's when I learned how to start planning. So you just tell me how I can help you out.
There's one thing you can do.
You name it, honey.
You can give me the keys to your cabin. Promise me that you're not going to be anywhere near there tonight.
Wild horses couldn't drag me there.
Okay.
Good luck, sweetheart.
Thank you.
You ready to go?
Sure am. Sure am.
Well, if you want a good Texas woman, you've got to fight for her.
Or with her.
Bye-bye.
So long.
Thank you.
I remember what that's like.
It crashed. Can you fix it?
Honey, Daddy's going to bed. He's tired.
That's all right. Sure, son. I can fix it. It used to be pretty fair, patching a chopper.
Real ones?
Yeah. Real.
Great big ones like Mr.
And not as big as this one.
Oh.
You sure you got all the parts?
Mm-hmm.
There to it in the morning.
Let me see here. No, I can...
It's okay, Dad.
Yeah!
Do it in the morning.
Let me see.
Steve, it's too late to play with your toys anyway. I want you to be in bed because you got a big day tomorrow.
I can fix it, Jenny.
It's okay, Dad.
I'll fix it, Steve. I'll fix it tomorrow.
Give your father a good night kiss now, okay? Going to bed.
Must be a
Think you'd
piece
be able to
missing.
sleep tonight?
Okay, I cracked it here. I'll have to get him a new one.
Barrett.
I heard you! Yeah, in bed. Just like a human being.
Go on now, honey. I'll do the dishes and I'll be up in a minute, okay?
Jenny. Jenny,
It's gonna be fine. It'll be all right.
there has to be a trick to this being home. I never realized. I thought if I could just get home.
I'll
But
help you. I'll help you.
things come apart in my hands. You saw.
Darling, please, everything's gonna be just fine. I'll be better soon.
Sure. Sure it will. This is my home. I grew up here. This is where I belong.
Go on to bed now. I'll be up soon.
Forget the dishes. Come with me.
Of course.
What happened? You got a flat tire or something?
No, I want to talk to you.
Talk to me. Can't you drive and talk?
Well, no, the road was hypnotizing you, and I want your undivided attention.
All right, what do you want to talk about?
Things.
What kind of things?
Like the advice columns in the newspaper. Well, I was reading one the other day, you know, and there was this girl that was writing in. She was about my age, and she was crazy about this guy who was your age. He was a little older than she was. And she was sure that he really liked her a lot, too, except that he didn't really know how to show it.
It's a real tragedy, Elena.
Well, you want to know what the lady told her to do? I'll tell you.
Okay.
She said that boys are usually a lot shyer than girls, and that the girl really ought to just speak up.
Well, Eileen, you know what I think about those little busybody ladies that write those things? I don't think that they know what they're talking about, really.
Okay. I didn't read it in a newspaper. But I read it in my own heart, Jeb. I like you a lot. I love you.
Oh, boy.
Well, if Courtney Marshall did that, you wouldn't mind.
Come on, Elena. Come on. I'm not in high school with you. I'm not one of your high school friends, you know. I mean, in a car and everything.
Will you stop treating me like a kid? I'm not a kid.
Okay, well, neither am I. Look, we'll talk about this later on, all right? We get back to the rant. I got a lot of things that I got to do back there, okay? Okay? You want me to drive?
No.
It was a lovely dinner.
Pleasure.
I want to thank you both for asking me.
Pleasure being with you, Mrs. Martin.
Oh, thank you. Good night, Courtney.
Good night.
Mhm. Time for me to get on up to bed. Good night, Kevin.
It's been a joy. Good night.
Well, bed sounds good to me, too. Now, the bride shouldn't have bags under her eyes, should she?
You know, that rehearsal was so much like the real thing, I think I've got the jitters. I don't think I'll sleep a wink.
Oh.
You get some rest, huh?
Oh, well, I love you.
I love you.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Good night.
Good night. And you try to get some rest. I love you. Why do I feel so nervous?
That's a good question. You're still mad at me, aren't you?
I'm too happy tonight to be mad at anyone, even you.
How come you're not smiling then? I'm sorry, Courtney. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by that. I'm really sorry.
You're sorry, all right.
Okay, look, I'm a bad loser. What can I say? I just put my heart in the game. That's all. Can't blame me for that, can you? Come on, give me a smile. Come on, give me one of those Courtney smiles. Come on, give me one of those Courtney smiles. There you go. Now look at that. That's beautiful. Look, I think I have just the cure for your jitters.
Oh, yeah? What?
Well, first of all, you can get out of these church duds.
Oh, into something more comfortable, I see.
No,
way.
I just want you to put some pants on and meet me out there in the stable.
I will not. Why should I?
'Cause you're the one that said that you were nervous.
Well, I am a little nervous, but you're the one who's making me that way.
Well, I think I have a cure for that. You see, I saw that there's a terrific moon out there, and I think if you took a ride in the moonlight, I think that would just, you know, help you out a little bit. All right? Now, I'll go out and I'll saddle up Dancer, and I'll saddle up Lady Gray. Come on. What do you say, Courtney? What do you say?
I don't know.
What's the matter? Now, come on. I promise that I will behave myself, all right? I'll keep my hands to myself. No hassles, just a ride in the moonlight. Don't you trust me?
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.
Yeah, I used to ride all over North. Yeah, I used to ride all over Northern Virginia. Went to all the battle sites, too. I even went to the Yellow Tavern.
The Yellow Tavern.
That's right. That is where the man that I was named after, that's where he cashed in his chips.
And who was that?
Who was that? The greatest cavalryman who ever lived. James Ewell Brown Stewart. Jeb Stewart? Huh?
That's who your daddy named you after?
That's right. It's the best thing he ever did for me. The whole time I was growing up, he said, "You got a great name, kid. Live up to it."
Is that why you joined the army?
I guess that's maybe one of the reasons, but Colonel Stewart, I mean, he wasn't just another dog face. He was head of the Confederate cavalry. He was a real romantic hero.
My, you certainly do have a tradition to live up to, don't you? Have you fought for any lost causes lately?
If I fought for him, they wouldn't be lost.
Wow, being over at Rena's with Elena must have really turned you on. I don't think I've ever seen you so up.
Yeah? Well, I like Elena. She's a nice girl. We get along real well. Besides, she likes to listen to my stories about playing music on the road. She likes to listen to them over and over and over again.
Jeb,
Yes, ma'am?
what are you going to do about the way Elena feels about you?
Let it lay. Why? What's it to you?
Nothing. It's just that I hate to see you get involved with someone so young.
Well, you know my type. Maybe Elena and I can just play together. Well, no, I shouldn't have said that. I did it again, didn't I? I promised that I wasn't going to be a bad loser, didn't I?
Yep.
Well, you know what they say. Show me a good loser, and I'll still show you a loser.
Jeb, how did you know I'd go riding with you in the middle of the night?
I guess I'm just sentimental, that's all. I figured you'd be sentimental, too. And probably that you wouldn't be able to sleep.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, these are your horses. That's your land out there. That's your sky out there. Everything out there is yours. But after tomorrow, it's gonna be different. I just thought maybe you should have one last look, huh? Come on, let's mount up. Come on, quick.
Texas, starring Beverly McKinsey.
You suppose your little sister got herself and Ginny's brother home all right?
Oh, shoot. Elena can handle Kate's car better than Kate can.
Yeah, Elena's a fine girl.
Yeah.
Smart.
Hard-working.
Mm-hmm.
Never gave me a bit of trouble. Until lately.
She's 17 now, isn't she?
Going on 18. Actually, I should say she's
Running at 18. Can't wait to make it legal.
Yeah.
Claims she's heading into the big city. Gonna have it all her way.
Oh, is she now?
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody else we know.
I tell you, Stryker, if I had to spend my whole life with Elena and Kate and Maggie, I wouldn't have a clue what to do with Reno over there.
I don't think there's any comparison.
No comparison? No comparison. Stryker, you losing your memory? You don't recall when Maggie and my daddy they were fighting about Maggie going into Houston? Well, I was just a kid, and I could still hear the chairs moving around and the windows breaking. Then Terry wanted to go in the city. Boy, I thought I was going to rip it for sure.
Well, now you mention it, I guess you didn't grow up in any dovecote, did you?
No, sirree. Meanest women this side of the Pecos. I'll tell you something else. I wouldn't take $1 million for either one of them. Luckiest man in the world is a man who's been raised by a strong woman. It makes him a real devil in a bar fight. Ain't likely anything he's gonna meet up with is gonna be meaner than what raised him.
I think you were gonna do just fine with Rita.
What are my intentions? Vicky, what kind of a question is that? Max and I are just good friends, that's all. Anyhow, I thought Daddy was the one who was supposed to ask Max that.
No need. I think I can tell what Max has in mind.
Well, you can. How? I've been trying to figure him out, and I haven't gotten anywhere.
Well, I can see by the way he looks at you when you're not looking at him.
Isn't that nice? It's wonderful to have a real man around for the holidays.
Rena, dear, I think Max has a little more of an extended run in mind. You may be playing, but as I remember, the Deckers were not players.
They were serious, deadly serious. You're right about that, honey. Max can be mean as a puma. I mean, he's got a wonderful sense of humor, but that's mean, too.
You know, Max reminds me a lot of your father. No, really. You could have known Stryker, years ago. Way back when we first met. Oh. He was a banty rooster, always ready for fun and a good fight. And always wanted to take up for any poor devil in Texas who didn't have a decent chance. Rough on the outside, but so easily hurt on the inside. A big, wonderful heart. Rena, dear, please, don't hurt Max. He's too good for that.
Hurt Max? I'd have to use a sledgehammer on him, honey. Mother, if I did get involved, I mean really involved, I wouldn't hurt him. I never betrayed Kevin, even though he let me down. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's all right, Rena. Don't be too sensitive. It's just that, well, now that we're back together, you're going to have to get used to my mothering. It's an impulse that I've repressed for a long time.
I understand. Really, I do. But I'll fight it. You gotta know that.
Of course you will.
You know, I think you might be right. Max does seem a little bit like Daddy. Well, I won't do anything to cause him any pain.
If he does it to me again, I'll... Hi.
You are Samantha Walker, right?
Oh, Justin.
This is the night.
Will you stop acting like a complete thing? Just come in here.
Well, don't ask too much of me. I have been known to disappoint.
What? What am I? I don't have a face that big.
I'm really sorry about that. I thought of bringing a small potted plant, but I decided against it.
What are you doing?
Well, every home, every apartment has something large enough for roses. It's a physical law.
Well, this is the one odd case.
You're lovely. You're absolutely lovely. You bear no resemblance whatsoever to that vicious battle axe at the station who's running around with your name.
For a moment there, I thought that was a sweet, well-turned compliment. I should have known better.
Aha! Physical laws are not violated. Hold on to that, will you? How's that?
Oh, it's lovely. Of course, I should have thought of that at once.
Well, you see, not everyone has an eye for vessels that can embrace roses so delicately.
Well.
Aha!
Ow! Oh! Your roses, like your compliments, have thorns.
No thorns tonight, okay? It's been a long day.
Week.
Year. The longest and the worst in my life.
I've had better.
But you're ending the year here with me.
I thought for a moment you were going to say, but it's almost over.
I think next year is going to be much better. I think I know how we can get a head start. If we start out by pretending that we really like each other.
It's a novel idea. No, wait.
Sam?
This is just pretend, right?
What else?
This used to be a quiet place, remember?
Yes. I remember.
Well, I guess with Courtney's wedding tomorrow and all this holiday excitement, it's, can't really recommend it for peace and quiet anymore.
Funny.
What?
I like the people, the laughter. They didn't let us talk. We nodded, shook our heads, and bowed. For 5 years, I never heard laughter, not once. Only crying.
Wasn't there anything good?
No, nothing. That's not true. There's one thing. Courage. Stupid. Blind. Dumb courage. But they're all dead now, all but me. But every night when I fall asleep, I'm with them again. We're talking and planning. Every night we do that, Ginny. And at the end, in a tiny clearing in the jungle, I see the darts of light from all around. And we're falling. Every night. Sorry. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Oh, of course you didn't frighten me. It's just that we're here at home. After a while.
Sometimes I frighten myself. I found myself thinking last night. I'm going to get well. I get strong, see to Jenny and Steve. Make sure everything's all right. Then I'm going back after them again. Can you imagine that? Thinking that? Getting better, honey. Bed feels all right. Soft, strange, but all right.
Oh, honey, you're gonna be just fine.
Not by myself, girl. They rebuilt me. All I know is how to suffer and how to kill. Gotta take myself apart, realign the pieces. I can't do it by myself.
There.
I'm too rough. Can't be tender, Jenny.
Yes.
Teach me. Show me how to love. Get undressed.
Bartender.
Wait a minute, Alfredo. What are you telling me?
I'm sorry, Miss Marshall. He was supposed to be here almost an hour ago. I've had Phil bussing and
New
serving.
Year's Eve and the new bartender doesn't show. Alfredo, isn't there someone you know, someone who can pour?
Everyone I know is busy. You know, private parties, catering. How about Wright?
A murder suspect behind the bar? God knows what he'd pour.
Miss Marshall, I really need my job back.
Over my dead body. Whoops. I guess you're not the man to say that to, are you?
Excuse me. Look, can't you see this is all a big mistake, huh? I ain't killed nobody. They bailed me. They're gonna find out I'm innocent, too. Mrs. Wheeler was the one who set my bail. She put up the money and everything. Now, she wouldn't do that if she thought I iced her old man, would she?
Iris is a little disturbed, Junior. You're a real hard case, Rod. I wouldn't put anything past you, honey.
Well, even if you wouldn't, seems like a lot of people have. Look, all I want is to work a little, just scrape up a little money so I can get my wife back, that's all. Come on, all I want's a chance to live a normal life like everybody else.
Oh, all right. You can work tonight, but that is it.
Well, I guess that's better than nothing.
Okay, you go downstairs and change into your uniform, all right? But you stay behind that bar. You hear me? You lay low.
I will.
If anybody recognizes you, you just tell them that they're crazy, all right?
I will, yeah.
Deny it. Deny it.
Absolutely.
Tell them it was some other man, okay?
It was! So help me, it was.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, too.
I'd forgotten
What?
the softness of you. Warmth. I held this picture of you in my mind, my heart. But now that I'm here with you, I can see it was just a picture, painting. You're shivering. Are you cold?
No, I'm fine. Really.
I waited so long. And I became the waiting. Everything else drained away. Even now, I can't get past waiting. If I touch you, all this will vanish. I can look, I can remember. If if I try to make it real, I'll be lost again.
At first, I thought every day, this is the day. Today, my dad's going to call and say, Barrett's all right, honey. He'll be with you at home tonight. Then it would start all over again the very next day. Getting the phone call was almost worse than not. And then nothing. A helicopter gunship had gone in and nothing.
At night, through the bamboo, I could see the moon. I'd say, a few hours ago, that moon was over Texas, over Marshall County. Did she see it? She and Stevie walk out under that same moon. Silly. Little prices you pay trying to stay sane. Now, here we are. The disembodied memory. Perfect picture.
Barrett, you sound so hopeless.
How can that be, girl? I lived on hope for how many years? Melted away in that jungle. I boiled away in the heat, the mud, to waiting and hope. Rough and dirty. I can't get the stench of that place off them.
No. Barrett, please don't blame yourself. It's me. It's not you.
Have a nice evening. Thank you. Welcome.
And mine.
Well, shall I say, Happy New Year?
Well, absolutely. Happy New Year. Same to you, huh?
Ryan, I want to thank you. You're doing a fine thing for my brother Barrett, my whole family.
Well, I think you should thank Ginny. That's what she wants. Has she said anything to Barrett about us?
No, I'm sure she hasn't. He's having a pretty rough time of it. He's very unsure of himself, disoriented.
Well, I'm sure he'll snap out of it. He hasn't come this far just to stumble back down, right?
I certainly hope so. We've had all the trouble that we can handle.
Trouble? You know, I always thought I could handle anything. Ginny and I were planning to spend the rest of our lives together, and I'm sorry, guess I'm feeling sorry for myself, right? Well, I'm always going to be a friend of the family, at least.
At least that, Ryan. We owe you a lot. I never told you. I know now I was wrong about Alex.
Don't forget the rest. If it wasn't for Ryan getting you out of jail, you wouldn't be here at the top of the world.
Yeah. I'd hit rock bottom if you hadn't come up with Billy Joe Wright.
Look, I'm sure glad it wasn't you. You know, I always thought better of you, whether you wanted me to or not. But I don't think the hammer is going to be falling on Billy Joe Wright either.
I can't believe he's out, let alone that Iris put up the bail.
Iris had her reasons. They weren't the best reasons, but reasons. And I think she'll be proven right, too.
Ryan, you don't think...
No, I don't.
then who? How many layers of this are there? It's not me. It's not Wright. It's not Clipper. He was here. What is this, some kind of a Chinese box?
Not quite, but you're close. Not Chinese, but Asian. That's where it all started.
Ryan, that's not a name. It's a puzzle.
I haven't nailed him yet, but I will. Because, going after him has cost me a lot. So I'm gonna collect.
Dennis! Elliot!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm so glad to see you. Come in.
I'm gonna collect.
Well, I hadn't really planned to stay, Paige.
Oh, Elliot, stop it. You can't leave before midnight. Where's your festive spirit?
Well, it really hasn't come back yet. I still find myself uncomfortable with large groups of people.
Oh,
Dad, a few drinks won't hurt.
Oh, of course, a few drinks. Then I'll leave the old here with you. I know you'll know how to dispense of it properly. Oh, perhaps if Iris were here.
Well, she's yachting on the Caribbean. I just hope she isn't lonely.
So do I. But I suppose she'd be lonely wherever she was, all things considered. Do you have any idea when she's coming back to Houston?
Ryan, have you heard from Mom?
No, but, I'm sure she's safe.
Well, I didn't think she wasn't safe. I was just wondering if she was feeling better.
Well, Kevin said she'd be just fine. As all the strain, the unhappiness have piled up. In fact, I could even guarantee that she's, feeling much better now.
Dennis, tomorrow the very same illustrious Dr. Kevin Cook becomes a part of my family.
Oh, that's right, isn't it?
Why don't you take me to the wedding? Maybe you can pick up some pointers.
Well, that'd be fine with me, as long as it isn't an early wedding. I mean, we've got a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I'm not going to be ready for an early wedding or anything else early.
No, I promise. Nothing too early, okay?
Okay.
I thought you'd be celebrating your own wedding about now, but I don't see that lovely Jenny Marshall with you.
That's right, you don't.
I can't believe that I have forgotten to tell you. You don't even know, do you?
What, the wedding was canceled?
Well, you could say that. You might even say that Ginny had a previous commitment.
I don't think I understand.
Of course you don't. Since I stayed at the ranch over Christmas, I haven't had a chance to tell you, but Ginny isn't here because she's with her husband.
I'm sorry, this is all rather confusing. I thought the marriage was off.
My brother Barrett has come home. He's alive.
Barrett, there's something I have to tell you. Just wish I could. For 5 years I waited, and no one could convince me that you were dead. Not Max, not Kate, or my dad. I signed petitions. I called my father, begging him to press harder, but there was no word. Finally, Kate even gave up. Neither one of us could take the silence. And then I met Ryan Connor. He never asked me to forget you. He knew I couldn't do that. How could I just close the door on our life together? He knew that I always loved you. But he thought that I had more love to give. That I couldn't just spend the rest of my life in mourning. Oh, I didn't want to let you go, darling. No, that's not right. I mean, I don't want you to think that Ryan forced me or anything. That it didn't happen that way. But I was so lonely. And we fell in love. Everybody in the family liked him, and Steve looked up to him. Would have been a week that we'd been married tonight. There. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I just had to tell you, I don't even know what to do. Please. Barrett, I don't care what you say. I think I've said it all myself. Please. Barrett, please say something. Barrett.
Civilization.
Yep. Funny, I forgot this cabin was here. You know, I haven't been here since I was really small. I always rode east.
Oh, yeah, this is all martial land, though, isn't it?
For the moment. This and a few miles on.
Something spread. Is this your cabin, too?
Not exactly. Grandma sold this piece of the land with the cabin on it to Rena.
Ah, you're a friend of mine, huh?
Hampton, I do not believe it. A peeping Tom. I didn't know you had it in you.
Oh, Courtney, it's the only flaw in my personality. You know, I don't think anybody's in there, and I don't think they're going to be coming back. I think Rena's on the other side of Houston tearing up the town. Why don't we go in there and rest, huh?
What, are you crazy?
What, am I crazy? Why? Come on.
Are you kidding? It's late. We gotta start getting back.
Come on, just a little bit of, you know, just rest for a little while. Besides, it was kind of hard. You know,
It's not
the ride.
funny. I know you. I'm sorry. I forgot it's been so recent since your surgery. We shouldn't have ridden so far.
It's not that far, you know. I'll be all right.
Hey.
Hey! Holy smokes, what do you know? Everybody around here must be really honest. Open.
We'll watch for booby traps then, because Rena doesn't take any chances.
I think maybe you're being too hard on her.
What, are you kidding me? Listen, nobody's ever been too hard on Rena.
She's really got your number, huh? Courtney, are you afraid to go into her house or something?
Me?
You.
Of course not.
Well, you all, this was one wonderful evening. It's the best New Year's I've had in how long, Vicky?
Too long. Rena, dear, thank you. And we will have lunch next week, right?
Sure will. Think of all the years of gossip we have to catch up.
True. Well, listen to you.
Yeah, we gotta do this real soon, all right?
You bet, son. Come on, girl. Give your daddy a big kiss.
I love you.
I love you, honey.
Happy New Year, man.
Yeah.
I'll get that. There you go.
Thanks, Rena.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Okay, man.
All right.
Oh, that was so nice. You were right.
Well, sure, I could have told you that.
Hmm?
About what?
What? Oh, about me and Vicky. You know what? I think that maybe we really could get along.
Well, you know, it just takes that certain kind of wisdom that I got. You know, it's not your ordinary run-of-the-mill inside.
Oh.
Go on, let's get your stuff together. I'll take you back to the cabin. Go on.
Honey, what do you say we don't go out back to the place? Why don't we stay here tonight, huh?
Oh, you know better than that.
No, I don't. You don't work on New Year's Day now, do you?
Well, as a matter of fact, horses eat on New Year's Day. You know those graceless critters, they work and eat every damn day of the year. And anyway, tomorrow morning is Courtney's wedding, as if you didn't know.
I know, all right, but I'm just not going to let that little item wreck my holidays. Oh, honey, I don't want to go out there and ruin the whole evening.
Well, there's not much left to ruin, is it? I mean, it's late.
You must go to bed with the birds. Now, look, I've changed my ways, haven't I?
Well, it doesn't look that way. You're getting all nice with your mama and everything.
Then I think it's only fair that you change your ways for me a little bit.
Oh, boy, I feel something coming. Yes, I do.
I want to go to a party.
You want a party?
I want to
Oh,
meet
yes.
lots of people and have lots of fun, and then we'll cruise around the top of the world.
Hey, wait. The top of the World Club.
Max.
I mean, the top of the World Club. I mean, it's New Year's Eve, and that place is going to be packed and stacked with the cream of the town. And anyway, as for a party, you know, we don't need anybody but the two of us. Huh? Right? Anyhow, I don't have any of that formal stuff they wear, you know?
No
wait,
problem.
Where you going? Hey,
No.
Come here, you. Come here.
I kind of thought ahead, and I got you something.
Wait, what? Which? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Just who you gonna think you're gonna stick in that monkey suit anyway? No, wait. Rita.
Try it on.
Wait. This is my kind of thing. No. You know, see, I don't get my kicks hitting suited up like a penguin and paraded around like a fine quarter horse. I mean, this is my style, Rita. And the day's as good time as any you find that out. I mean, no.
Oh, boy. Now the shoe is on the other foot. You always said that I was as mean-tempered and stubborn as I can be. Well, look at you, Max Decker. Why, all I ask for is an evening out so we can bring in the new year. And what do I get?
Well, at least you'll get one of those city types, you know, with a blow-dry hair and a little teeny cigar.
No, I settle for a narrow-minded, vicious redneck in a dress suit, no less.
You know why I'm called a redneck? Because I work under that damn sun every damn day of the year. That's these clothes. You don't like these clothes? Hey, I'll take care of that right now. I'm sick of this stuff. I tell you what, you know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to give you the all-natural man. Yes, I am. And you see if you can figure out what to do with him. How about that, huh? You like that?
What are you doing?
Hey, baby, ain't much I can't do. Now, come on, you get yourself ready. We're going to go down to the party. You know, we're going to swing on by there, you know. You get yourself one of those nice evening clothes that tells all, you know, and we'll just swing on by there. How about that?
Max, you are stark,
No, this will do just fine. They ain't going to notice anything. But with all the grabbing of women and everything that goes on there, hey, we're just going to fit in just fine. Come on. Hey, where you going now? Hey, wait. Wait, now, I'm not through. I'm not through now. Hey, wait a minute now. This is the moment of truth. Off comes the rest of it. Here it comes. You ready for this now?
No.
Here it is.
We won't have to.
We're going to the top of the World Club now. We're going to show them how to party. Yes, we are. Come on. Oh, Max and Rita, we're going to show them. Woo!
We don't have to go, Max. We don't have to go. Oh.
Now, don't you go ordering me around. Makes me crazy when people rush me, all right?
I will if I want to.
I bet you will.
You think Rena knew we were coming?
Why would you say that?
I was wondering if she poisoned the milk.
You really got a case against her, don't you?
Well, you remember what happened to Hansel and Gretel, and that was only a witch.
You think she might have set us up?
No, not you. She hasn't found a reason to hate you yet, but me. Would you like to taste this hot chocolate first?
Me? Why me?
Because if you keel over.
It's fine. And a mighty fine New Year to you, too, Doc.
The same to you.
Thank you.
You seem to be feeling better already.
Well, you know, it's too bad that you, couldn't be here with your husband-to-be.
Well, Kevin's not really much of a celebrator. It's not really his style.
Now you're starting to sound like Rena.
Oh, I'm sure she talked about him at her dinner party. But it doesn't matter what she said because he's a lot more man than she ever deserved. A lot more. He's the most dedicated man I know. He is the very best in his profession.
Yeah, well, now you sound like you're talking about a candidate for who's who.
I don't want to talk about it, okay?
All right, fine. Let's not talk about it, all right? You want some more hot chocolate?
No.
Well, I do. I mean, you made up your mind. It's not like you have to defend it or anything like that. Unless you're a little scared or something.
Maybe I am a little scared. But I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing what's best for me.
It's too bad, isn't it?
What?
What's best for you isn't always what you want. Happy New Year to you, whatever it's worth.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Texas.
Looks like it worked.
What worked?
Two singles impersonating a couple.
I feel very good being here with you. I think it's going to be a good year. Slate is wiped clean. No more hard feelings against Alex Wheeler. No more unfinished memories of Rena. It's like waking up on a new spring morning.
It's not spring yet.
Oh, but it's coming. Do we have to wait until midnight before we can start kissing?
I don't know. What did the ticket say?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, everybody.
No,
Everybody, I need your attention. It's 10 seconds to midnight. Let's count it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Why you talk so much?
Happy New Year's to you, Jeb.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.